I think sometimes people forget, like, they think, oh, well, bad publicity is always bad, or, something like that, in terms of how we kind of look at things. And I don't always look at it that way. I don't, unless it's something like super negative. I don't look at it as bad publicity is always bad. There's obviously things out there that can lead to an influx of new fans and things like that, and I think that would be a very good thing in a lot of instances. So for me anyway, when I'm looking at this, I'm sitting there going, okay, well, anything can kind of that attracts people or gets people amped up about like the future of Xbox or anything like that. I think that would be like fantastic. I also think that at the end of the day, Microsoft really has some work to do when it comes to what they're kind of trying to achieve here. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm excited to see what happens, and this could be leading to something incredible for them, or maybe a rebirth in some aspects of of a franchise that actually was leading Xbox someplace special. So let's go ahead and get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It certainly helps out the channel. It means a lot to me. A simple like, honestly, is all I require. It honestly helps the channel to be seen, the videos to be seen. Even if you don't want to subscribe, then just like take a second out to leak. I do daily gaming content, multiple videos a day, but at least one video. Even during the holidays, I think it's important to kind of keep people entertained, and that's why I do what I do. It's just for me something fun to kind of go out there and make sure that people have stuff to enjoy, just as gamers. And I hope that kind of comes across to you all, because it's super important to me going forward. Now, with that being said, if you do like the video, please remember that I try to be as honest and give my opinion on these things as much as possible. So now, when it comes to this, listen, one of the things that got me into Halo in the first place was the fact that it was such a great story to tell. Right now, I know people don't realize that, or they don't believe that, or whatever, but honestly, Halo is a great story. It's an awesome sci-fi story, and at the end of the day, us as fans really don't have anything like it. Yeah, it was a great game that plays amazing, and can do all these cool things, and has great multiplayer. But at the same time, I always looked at Halo as this amazing single-player experience, and I loved it. Lately, people have really kind of are off of Halo. But I feel like even though some people might look at this news and go, oh, well, isn't this bad news? I look at this and I go, this could really get people intrigued and back into Halo. So we'll see what happens. I have some faith in Halo that it's going to still be something special. And that's what I'm very, very hopeful for. In terms of what the future has to offer. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, we did get some interesting news, and I kind of wanted to talk about it because I feel like it is definitely something that could amp people, get people excited again, and Microsoft definitely needs that more than anything right now. So over 25 years of classic Halo content has actually leaked online. A huge Halo leak means players can try the original 1999 demo for the very first time. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is normally would be considered a bad thing, but I look at this and I go, okay, well, people can really become interested again in Halo, and I don't look at that as a bad thing at all. I look at that as a very good thing. Halo used to be this amazing product, this amazing game, this amazing franchise that people would buy an Xbox for. And I mean, you don't believe me now, right? People freak out when there's a game that garners 250,000 people playing online concurrently, right? Halo 3, for reference, had over 1.3 million players playing it at the same time, all the time. and nobody could take that away from it. I mean, yeah, it was a different era and things like that. I truly do think that Halo can be like a force to be reckoned with yet again. So according to this, the mod team DigSite had been working with 343 since last summer, allegedly for no pay, to restore content, including multiplayer maps originally developed for the PC port of Halo Combat Evolved, and cut content from classic Halo games. Perhaps most significantly, the long-lost Macworld demo from 1999 was planned to be restored for Halo the Master Chief Collection prior to landing on Microsoft's first Xbox. Now, Halo was at one point planned to be a third-person exclusive for the Mac. Now, what's interesting is this week's leak has made the 1999 demo fully playable, along with nearly 100 gigabytes of other files containing unfinished and cut content from the original Halo games developed by Bungie themselves. A former member of the DigSite mod team confirmed the legitimacy of the leak, but claimed that none of its current or former members were responsible, saying, and I quote, "I nor any of the recent DigSite departures did this. For reference, myself and the recent departures actually didn't have access to some of these files, like the debug DLLS. Wild this happens, but Merry Christmas, fellas." Another former member commented on the leak, claiming that most of the mod team had recently quit due to a dispute over the team's alleged lack of pay and resources. I and the rest of the team responsible for Crash Site, E3, Alpha Moon, and most H1, H2 content quit because it was made clear to us that the E3 demo from 2003 was more successful than Microsoft expected, and they wanted us to deliver another release on that level, still with no pay and no resources at all. Of course, Microsoft recently rebranded 343 Studios as Halo Studios and confirmed that it's working on multiple games developed with Unreal Engine 5. The news was announced during the Halo World Championships and accompanied by a video showing a technical test of various Halo-themed locations running in Unreal Engine 5. Certain Affinity was one working on what could have been a game-changing battle royale for Halo Infinite, the studio's former design director Mike Klopper recently claimed as well. So again, like, it seems bad. I mean, there's obviously bad there. Like, they should pay people for what they're working on or whatever. But at the same point in time, for me, I think that it's just, I see a lot of people talking about this, and I feel like that is something that is actually pretty positive for Halo in general. And the reason why is because it gets people interested once again in Halo. And I think the whole thing that Microsoft was asking for in general was they wanted, these companies to kind of find what was going on, and live off the nostalgia. Like, people really love the nostalgia side of things. And so I think that's probably where this kind of comes from. And, at the end of the day, realistically, that is probably a smart thing for them to do. Like I said, I hope that, whatever happens, that everything is kind of legal and copacetic with this. But still, seeing a lot of people excited about, Halo once again, I think is a pretty cool thing. And, never really want to kind of disrespect Halo. Like, even the worst Halo, I think, still has some redeeming qualities in terms of what it has to offer. Which is basically, in my opinion, like, people really want to hate on Halo 4, for instance. They didn't like the multiplayer. I thought Halo 4 had the best single player of any Halo game to date, right? I mean, that's just my opinion. And then when you look at other things like Halo 5, people really hated Halo 5. And I admit, Halo 5 had a terrible campaign, right? But at the same point in time, I thought they had probably one of the better multiplayer suites. So, again, things change, things kind of come around and go around. And then you look at Halo Infinite, and it was a nice little kind of soft reboot for the franchise, I thought, and it had some decent multiplayer ideas. But again, I think maybe they were a little bit safe with some of their choices, and, obviously cut a lot of content and things like that. I would kind of ask, what was this team doing? Halo 5 comes out in 2015. They don't release Infinite until 2021. And it's not even close to being finished. So clearly they weren't working on that game for as long as people were led to believe. And of course, we found out later that that was the case, that they really didn't start production on Halo Infinite until around 2018, 2019, so it was definitely kind of rushed. But this is interesting. What's your all's take on it? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. I'll catch you next time. Crap Gamer out.